Ariene is an electronic data interchange system for Microsoft Dynamics 365 for finance and operations. It allows D365 to read from and write to CSV and XML files. The system is meant to replace ad hoc batch file systems that rely heavily on OData. Ariene's goal is to enable a high degree of flexibility for the users of these integrations by providing connections to a wide variety of file and object servers. The data interchange is defined by using trees that describe the structure of the documents. You can change the structure of these documents without any downtime on the production system. Without going into too many details, I will now show you how to use Ariene to export parts of the sales order tables into an XML file. We have previously created an Azure Files share in our AODX Azure Storage account. Azure Files is an easy way of mapping a disk drive that is in the cloud to a PC. It works just like a regular drive, just a tad slower. Azure Files makes a great use case for simple integrations. As you can see, the file share name is Atlantic Oak 1. We will also query the storage account's keys. Now we go into D365, into the Ariene Document Exchange System, into the Parameters section, and click on the Remote Hosts tab. We click on Add to create a new Remote Hosts entry for our Azure Files share. We set the ID to Azure Files 3. We enter the name of our storage account, which is called AODX. We copy the storage account's key. And we also set the file share name to Atlantic Oak 1. The system runs a fast connection test to the Azure file share, and if everything is okay, puts a green check mark on the right. The connection between D365 and the file share is complete. As you can see, we have added a folder structure to our cloud file share. We will store our outgoing XML files in the XML output folder. We open up our document, which we have pre-configured for XML Export. We create a new input-output location that points to Azure Files 3, the remote host that we had configured previously. We save the record. We click on the Set Folder Location button to set the folder location to XML output. This document version contains a tree that describes the document output in detail. We refer to this tree as the document version instructions. The tree contains the queries, the field mappings, and the overall structure of the outgoing XML document. Although simple, the structure can take a while to explain, so I will not cover it in this video. Once we're set, we go back to the document versions grid and click on the Run button. This document version can be executed interactively or as a batch job. For the purposes of this demonstration, we will execute it in real time. It will take a while because it is exporting every sales order in the USRT legal entity. This is not an incremental export. Incremental exports are also possible in the system. The Ariene system bypasses OData, it goes straight from D365 to the file server. And vice versa. The file that it is creating right now is almost 5 megabytes in size, which is big for an XML file. Once it is finished, we can go over to our Windows 10 PC. We will find the generated file. We're going to open it using Internet Explorer. And that is how you export an XML file from the Ariene document exchange system. Now I'm going to demonstrate how to import an XML file into D365 tables. We've created an extension model to the Ariene document exchange system. In this extension model, we've created two tables called DEXCM Sales Order Header and DEXCM Sales Order Line. In addition to that, we've also created a form to visualize those two staging tables. Now for simplicity, we're going to take the same XML file that we had previously created. But we're going to add a twist. We are going to upload it to Dropbox and import it from there. We also have a folder structure set up in Dropbox. We are going to upload the file into the XML input folder. We finished the upload and are good to go. Now back on our Tier 1, we check the contents of the two staging tables and verify that they contain no records. We go into D365. Go to the form that maps the sales order staging tables and also verify that it is blank. We're going to use a remote host that we have pre-configured for Dropbox. Here it is, this one is the one we're going to use. Now we go over to the Documents section. Find a pre-configured document we had created for XML input. Map it to the Dropbox remote host and to the XML input folder. This document version also contains a set of instructions that show the system how to map the incoming XML file to the staging tables and fields on that staging table. Again, it is simple to understand but not included in this video because we want to give a quick overview of the system. We execute the document version by clicking the Run button. Again, we have the option of running as a batch job, but we're going to run it interactively to demonstrate the speed. It is bringing in approximately 3,000 sales orders, with upwards of 14,000 lines. It is not going through OData, but going in straight from the file server into D365. One important thing that must be noted: the import or export instruction trees can be created using any table that is present in the system. As long as the table is in the AOT, you can export from it or import to it. We're almost there. Now that it has finished, we can go into the form and look at the results. We can also look in SSMS at the tables. We have 3,543 sales orders that have been imported and 14,506 lines. Now in the Ariene system, we also have the option of hard coding integrations and avoiding the instructions or trees. These hard-coded integrations cannot be changed at runtime, but retain the same management capabilities as the dynamic ones. The system has many additional features we haven't explored in this video. You can try Ariene for free. Just go to our website at atlantic-oak.com and request a free trial. We will be very happy to help you out. Thank you for watching.